Well, I am kneeling in front of a beautiful bed of irises with Thomas from Mid-America Garden. And Thomas, we are kneeling because these are tiny. So first of all, let's talk about the obvious size difference from regular irises.
Okay, these are standard dwarf irises, and they're not supposed to be any higher than 15 inches in height. The height classification is technically 8 to 15 inches in height.
Uh-huh.
They're the same as the talls, only in a miniature size. The same sort of culture, full sun, good drainage. They're just real workhorses, as you can see. They just bloom their fool heads off.
It's true, they do. Now, I want to also talk a little bit, though, about there's so many here. I'm assuming that you guys also do some hybridizing, you grow them.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we've been breeding irises. I personally have been breeding them for 20 years, but the other person, Paul Black, in the business, his irises, he's been hybridizing for about 30 years, and he's very well known around the world for his hybrids, and it's a real passion for him.
Well, it must be, because there's just fields of them, and they really are charming. I think one of the things I like about them is these would even do great in containers because of their size.
Yeah, definitely. You could put them in containers, just as long as you don't overwater them. People tend to overwater containers, but irises are the sort of thing that, especially the bearded irises, that don't take a lot of water.
Yeah.
So.
Now, you have a website, so people can buy these online at the website. Let's talk about that website.
We do. The website is midamericagardens.com, and you have to put the hyphen in Mid-America. And it's also linked on the Seabright Gardens website, because I'm a co-owner of Seabright Gardens as well. So they're on the same location as Seabright Gardens. They can come to the Seabright Gardens, and you can see all these irises here.
And it really is, it's worth the trip just to walk the fields at this time of year, because the amounts that you have, the color variation is, I always get, it's breathtaking.
Yeah. There's actually more colors available in the dwarfs than there is in the talls.
Really?
Yeah, because of the influence of Iris pumila, which was a species that was bred into them with the Iris germanica, the tall bearded part of it, years ago. And so there's color patterns that appear in these that don't appear in the tall beardeds.
So let's talk a little bit about their culture in the garden.
Okay.
And slugs. Let's not forget those.
Okay. Well, they're just like other irises in that they like to have full sun, at least 2/3 of a day of strong sun. They like to be well drained. They do not tolerate wet feet during the summer months, especially. The winter they can take quite a bit of moisture, but in the summer they like to be fairly dry. As far as slugs are concerned, the slugs do not go after irises as a first plant. They will go after them if there's nothing else in the immediate area. So it is wise to watch and see, because they will chew holes in the buds and in the flowers.
And Thomas, would you suggest doing the same, how often would you want to split them up and spread them out?
About every 3 years they should be divided. They're fairly rapid increasers. And when you're replanting them, they're like other bearded irises in that you don't want to plant them too deep, just so the rhizome is right top is just showing at the surface, or just barely covered with soil.
So really, especially if you're a beginner gardener, these would be a great plant because they almost guarantee success.
Oh yes, they're so easy, and a lot of people at the plant sales have been buying them, and the kids have been taking them home because they're really intrigued with them.
Well, if this piques your interest, they're really a charming garden plant. You can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to the website. You can order some, or come on out and look at them in bloom right now. They really are breathtaking. Thomas, it's always a blast coming out here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.